Good evening, dear students. Welcome to the English Canvas. Today's session is going to be extremely useful and exam oriented because we are going to discuss answer writing strategies for the most frequently asked questions on William Wordsworth's poetry in UPSC English Literature optional. If you are preparing for UPSC or UGC NET or any literature based exam, these strategies will help you to present your answer logically, critically and precisely, just as UPSC experts from a topper's copy. So before we begin, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel for more such content focused on literature with clarity and confidence. Let's begin. So, the first question is the theme and style of Michael as an example of Wordsworth poetic principles. So ये 2010 का क्वेश्चन है, 20 मार्क्स का है. So you need to introduce uh, the poem Michael, Michael, and mention that it's a narrative pastoral poem. So just write a brief introduction of the poem. You need to mention Wordsworth's role in launching romanticism as well. So you can discuss some of the themes in this answer. You can discuss these themes in your answer, like simplicity of rural life, sacrifice of parents, father and son bond, loss and moral integrity. So you can discuss the style of the poem, which is in blank verse. There is a rustic diction. There is a use of nature as a moral presence and emotional depth. So थीम्स तो आप यहाँ पर बात करेंगे ये सारे थीम्स की. और स्टाइल जो है इस पोएम का वो ये है कि ये पूरी पोएम ब्लैंक वर्ड्स में है. यहाँ पर नेचर का यूज़ किया गया है एज अ मॉरल प्रेजेंस एंड इमोशनल डेप्थ यहाँ पर है. पोएट ने डिस्क्राइब किया है. रस्टिक डिक्शन है. अब बात करते हैं दीज टू एज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ वर्ड्स फॉर पोएटिक प्रिंसिपल्स. सो these principles refer to his preface to lyrical ballad. आप उसका यहाँ पर मेंशन कर सकते हैं. Lyrical ballads emphasis on real language of men, emotion of recollected in tranquility and the celebration of the ordinary, right? So this is the principle referred to the lyrical ballads, which emphasizes on real language of people, the ordinary people, and emotion recollected in tranquility and celebration of the ordinary. And you can conclude your answer by reinforcing how Michael becomes a touchstone of Wordsworth ideals. So I think this is sufficient for being the strategy of writing this answer. Now the next question is, पापा यार छीको मत जोर जोर से. So the fourth question is, Wordsworth's poetry brings out his belief that nature is conscious and shows the influence of nature on men. So, discussed with illustration from the poets you have read. Okay, ये 25 marks का question है. So, firstly, you need to understand the question. This question tests your grasp of Wordsworth's philosophy of nature. तो आपको वर्ड्सवर्थ का जो फिलॉसफी ऑफ नेचर है, फिलॉसफी ऑफ नेचर, इस पे ध्यान देना है पहली चीज़. एंड सेकेंडली, you need to your you need to show your ability on how nature is personified as a scene, as living and moral force. तो nature as a person, यहाँ पर आपको ये देखना है. Thirdly, you need to understand that nature transform and influence human life. So nature influence human life. Sorry for the handwriting. So you can begin your answer with the introduction, in which you can describe that Wordsworth as a nature poet of romantic age. He is the founder of romantic era. You need to highlight his unique belief, that is, nature is not just a backdrop but a conscious, moral, nurturing presence. So in your answer you can explain that William Wordsworth's poetry celebrates nature not merely as scenic beauty but as a conscious and spiritual force. He often represents nature as a teacher, as a healer, or a guide, and capable of influencing human character and thought. सो जो मेन बॉडी, ये तो इंट्रोडक्शन हो गया. अगर हम मेन जो कंटेंट है उसकी बात करें तो वहाँ पर आप बता सकते हैं नेचर एज अ लिविंग कॉन्शियस एंटिटी. आपको वो यहाँ पर करना है, नेचर एज अ लिविंग एंटिटी. ठीक है. सो इन दिस सेक्शन यू नीड टू describe that Wordsworth personifies nature, treats it like a sentient being with the ability to act upon the human mind and soul. इसमें आप एग्जाम्पल ले सकते हो टिंटन एबे का. टिंटन एबे में यू कैन describe that, you can mention that nature is not passive, it moves and inspires thoughts. It shapes the speaker's moral and spiritual self. इसके बाद लिविंग एंटिटी के बाद आप नेचर को एज अ टीचर बता सकते हो. ये तो पहली चीज़ थी कि नेचर एज अ लिविंग एंटिटी. नाउ नेचर एज अ मॉरल टीचर. So nature teaches us wisdom, endurance, calm and faith. It gives solace and moral instruction better than books and cities. यहाँ पर आप एग्जाम्पल दे सकते हो माइकल का. यहाँ पर जब लिविंग एंटिटी की बात है तो टिंटन एबे का एग्जाम्पल सबसे बेस्ट था. अभी मॉरल टीचर की बात है तो माइकल का एग्जाम्पल सबसे बेस्ट है. और रेजोल्यूशन इंडिपेंडेंस का भी दे सकते हो, बिकॉज इन दिस द स्पीकर्स एनकाउंटर विद द ओल्ड लीच गैदरर इज ट्रेन्ड बाय द पावर ऑफ नेचुरल सराउंडिंग्स टू स्ट्रेंथ एंड गाइड द ह्यूमन सोल. राइट. अब तीसरी चीज़ थी नेचर एज अ हीलर. आप यहाँ पर इसको डिस्क्राइब करोगे. Nature heals and elevates human spirit. For Wordsworth, nature has a therapeutic power. It heals grief, anxiety and detachment from the society. इसमें आप सबसे अच्छा एग्जाम्पल ले सकते हो द वर्ल्ड इज़ टू मच विद अस. So this poem implies the separation from nature leads to spiritual poverty, and the poet longs to reconnect with a nature that is sacred and divine. एक और इसमें आप चीज़ ऐड कर सकते हो. नेचर शेप्स मेमोरी एंड इमेजिनेशन. सॉरी फॉर द हैंड राइटिंग अगेन. जो भी मैं पॉइंट्स लिख रही हूँ उनको आप साथ साथ लिख लीजिए, नहीं तो ये काफ़ी मेसअप हो गया है तो शायद ऐसा देखने से समझ नहीं आएगा. लेकिन अगर आप साथ साथ लिख लेते हैं अपने नोट्स में तो फिर आपको क्लियर हो जाएगा। आप अपने वर्ड्स में जैसा भी आपको ठीक लगता है आप उसके अकॉर्डिंग लिखिए। ये मेरे अकॉर्डिंग है जो मुझे समझ में आया। So nature shapes memory and imagination. Nature is embedded in childhood. Nature embedded in childhood and returns in memory as a moral guide. Wordsworth emotional and creative growth is deeply linked to nature. And इसका सबसे अच्छा एग्जाम्पल है द प्रिल्यूड। खैर वो हमने पढ़ा नहीं है, लेकिन वैसे तो पोएम तो है ही, मतलब यूपीएससी के सिलेबस में नहीं थी, लेकिन बहुत सारी यूनिवर्सिटी के सिलेबस में द प्रिल्यूड भी है। So you can through prelude we can experience like climbing mountains or rowing on lakes become symbolic lesson and in humility, awe and sublime. So this is more than sufficient. At last but not least, you can conclude your answer by describing that Wordsworth believed that nature is not inert or mechanical but a dynamic, spiritual and moral force. Through his poems, he envisions nature as an active agent in shaping human character, promoting introspection and offering comfort in an increasingly industrialized world. So, his poetic vision remains deeply relevant in an age marked by ecological crisis and alienated from the natural world. Right? Now, the next question is, which poem of Wordsworth do you consider to have a special relevance to a present day reader? दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, 15 मार्क्स का 2014 में आया था। इस क्वेश्चन की खास बात ये है, अगर आपको ऐसा क्वेश्चन एग्ज़ाम में दिख जाए तो ज़रूर इसको ही कीजिए। आपको ऑप्शन में दूसरा क्वेश्चन भी होगा, लेकिन मेरा यही कहना है कि इसी क्वेश्चन को करिए, बिकॉज दिस क्वेश्चन गिव्स यू द इंडिपेंडेंस टू चूज़ द पोएम बाय योर ओन, by on your um, on your will. So this question invites you to analyze how any poem of Wordsworth reflects Wordsworth's inner turmoil, doubt and despair, and how Wordsworth eventually finds spiritual stability and resolution in, so you can take one poem for this answer. Like I'll take resolution and independence. तो मैंने जो लिया है वो ये लिया है। आप कमेंट बॉक्स में उस पोएम का नाम लिख सकते हैं जिसे आप चूज़ करेंगे और क्यों इस आंसर के लिए वो भी, और आप चाहे तो इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर अपनी चूज़ की हुई पोएम के अकॉर्डिंग भी लिखकर मुझे कमेंट बॉक्स में दिखा सकते हैं। मैं पर्सनली उसको चेक करके उस पर अपना रिव्यू दूँगी। सबसे पहले तो इस पोएम का हमें इंट्रोडक्शन देना पड़ेगा कि ये पोएम हमने यहाँ पर क्यों चूज़ की, टू मतलब हाउ वी चूज़ मतलब वाई वी हैव चोजन दिस पोएम, because we consider to have a special relevance to the present readers. Resolution and Independence is one of the Wordsworth's deeply personal poems, written in 1802 after a period of emotional and creative depression. It reflects mental crisis. This is very important. Mental crisis आज भी है बहुत लोगों को, उस समय भी था, तो मैंने इसलिए इसको चूज़ किया है। So it's a period of emotional and creative depression. It reflects mental crisis common among poets where inspiration fades and despair sets in. So the poem moves from melancholy to wisdom, thus mirroring Wordsworth's spiritual journey. So in Resolution and Independence, Wordsworth captures the emotional journey of a poet battling despair and self-doubt. The poem becomes a mirror to the poet's own spiritual crisis and his recovery through a chance encounter with a solitary leech gatherer. तो ये तो हो गया आपका इंट्रोडक्शन। चलिए थोड़ा सा मेन कंटेंट की बात करते हैं। सो टू ऑर्गेनाइज द आंसर इनटू three key thematic movements which can support with reference from the poem. So the first one is poet's melancholy and crisis. So the poem opens with an idyllic morning after a storm. Yet the poet's mind is clouded. जैसे उसने पोएम शुरू पे किया था, आई थॉट ऑफ चैट्रन द मार्वलस बॉय द स्लीपलेस सोल दैट पेरिश्ड इन हिज प्राइड. So through these opening lines, Wordsworth is worried about his poetic future, his poverty and relevance. Existential fear haunts him. तो ये आजकल बहुत है यूथ में, वो अपने फ्यूचर के लिए, जो भी उनका फ्यूचर है, वर्ड्सवर्थ अपने पोएटिक फ्यूचर के लिए वरिड था. आजकल के जो रीडर्स हैं, जो यूथ है, वो अपने करियर के लिए वरिड हैं, पोवर्टी के लिए वरिड हैं. रिलेवेंस तो है ही, क्योंकि एग्जिस्टेंशियल फियर्स है विच हॉन्ट्स देम लाइक वर्ड्सवर्थ. तो इसलिए ये पोएम मुझे इस आंसर के लिए बहुत परफेक्ट लगी. Wordsworth compares himself to the other poets who suffered early ruin and despair, foreshadowing his own anxiety. दूसरी चीज़ है his encounter with the old man, the leech gatherer. It's a turning point. Suddenly he sees a stooped, solitary old man walking the moors, an image of dignity and suffering. So he, on learning that the man survives by gathering leeches, a tiring, thankless job, the poet is shaken. So the old man, unshaken patience and perseverance and resignation becomes a symbol of human endurance. यहाँ पर जो तीसरी चीज़ की हम बात करेंगे वो है इसकी स्पिरिचुअल रिकवरी. Spiritual recovery and resolution. So the old man becomes a moral emblem. He embodies faith, persistence, and silent strength in hardship. The moment in Wordsworth's turning point, he resolves to bear difficulties with fortitude. Nature and human experience together heal the poet's troubled soul. So this is, I think, sufficient for your answer writing. You can conclude your answer by saying that, by writing that Wordsworth's Resolution Independence is not just a narrative poem but a poetic confession. Confession नहीं है यहाँ पर, पोएट अपना डर, अपना एग्जिस्टेंशियल फियर दिखा रहा है, बता रहा है हमको. एंड इट रिकॉर्ड्स अ डीपली पर्सनल स्ट्रगल विद सेल्फ डाउट एंड डिसपेयर, एंड दीज टू फियर are very relevant these time. Many people are in the dilemma, they are in a struggle with self doubt and despair. Through the wise presence of the leech gatherer, Wordsworth reclaims his faith in life, creativity and moral endurance. So the poem affirms that solitary strength and quiet resolution are the antidotes to the chaos of artistic soul. So um, ये जो यहाँ पर टिप्स मैं यही दूंगी कि आप यहाँ पर कोट की लाइंस भी लिखिए टू शो इमोशनल प्रोग्रेशन. लिंक द पोएम टू रोमांटिक थीम्स लाइक सॉलिट्यूड, नेचर, इमेजिनेशन, moral strength. You can refer to your answer to refer your answer to Wordsworth's own biography briefly, like his depression in 1802 and because of the death of his brother. Right? Now the next question is, discuss the relationship of man, nature, society with the reference of the poems of Wordsworth prescribed in your syllabus. तो इस आंसर के लिए आपको, मुझे लगता है 2 से 3 पोएम्स काफ़ी रेलिवेंट है. पहला तो है टिंटन एबे, दूसरी है लंडन, एक सेकेंड, 1802, तीसरी है माइकल. आप चाहे तो और का भी एग्जाम्पल दे सकते हो, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि 2 से 3 का एग्जाम्पल देना ठीक है. सो यू कैन डिस्कस वर्ड्स फॉर डिज़ायर फॉर हार्मनी बिटवीन मैन एंड नेचर थ्रू दीज पोएम्स. You can discuss about society in contrast, which is portrayed as a corrupt and alienating. And these poem helps Wordsworth to nature restores and society distracts. Right? Now the next question is, do you agree? This is the last question for this class. Do you agree with the view that for Wordsworth poetry was a philosophical exercise? This is very important question. Questions जैसे और भी थे, लेकिन वो कहीं ना कहीं तक एक जैसे ही थे. और मुझे ऐसा लगा कि ये 5 से 6 क्वेश्चंस को हमें ज़्यादा ज़्यादा मैंने इम्पोर्टेंट समझा, इसलिए क्लास में मैं उन्हें ही डिस्कस कर रही हूँ. सो this question, the tone of the answer will be emotional and philosophical in a balanced mode. So, Wordsworth poetry can be seen a philosophical exercise because it does not merely aim to delight but also to reflect deeply on life, nature, human emotion, and moral truths. His belief that poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings recollected in tranquility itself hints at an emotional experience filtered through thoughtful reflection, which is a philosophic stance. So यहाँ पर सबसे पहले हम डिस्कस करेंगे पोइट्री एज अ फिलोसफिकल of poetry as a philosophy of nature. So Wordsworth actually treats nature as a living spiritual presence, not just a backdrop. In his poems like Tintin Abbey, Resolution and Independence, The Prelude, in which he describes nature is not just beauty, it actually educates us, heals us, and uplifts us. His philosophies, he philosophize. His philosophies are they are based on man and nature, which are spiritually intertwined, and nature becomes a moral guide. यहाँ पर आप एक और चीज़ को डिस्कस कर सकते हैं, रिफ्लेक्शन ऑन सफरिंग. ये भी एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है. एंड ह्यूमन कंडीशन. So, in Resolution Independence, the poet contemplates mental despair, artistic doubt, and the strength of human will. The leech gatherer, the old man, becomes a symbol of stoic endurance, and Wordsworth finds moral and philosophical insight in his example. Thus, the poem transforms an emotional crisis into a philosophical meditation on resilience, right? यहाँ पोएम एक और चीज़ पर काम कर रही है. वर्ड्सवर्थ की पोइट्री as a philosophical exercise, the role of memory and imagination. Sorry for the handwriting again. So, for Wordsworth, memory is not just a tool, it's a philosophical bridge between past and present experience. इसका सबसे अच्छा एग्जाम्पल है Ode for Intimations of Immortality. In this poem, he presents a Platonic idea that the soul remembers a pure existence before birth, which fades with age, right? तो जो नेचर है वो मेमोरी को रिकॉल करा सकती है, उसको रिगेन करने में हेल्प कर सकती है. जैसे छोटे बच्चे, क्योंकि वो नेचर से ज़्यादा क्लोज रहते हैं तो उनको अपनी पिछली लाइफ भी याद रहती है. So the poem reflects on the loss of innocence, spiritual decline, and ends in mature consolation, again showing philosophical progression. एक और पोएम का आप यहाँ पर एग्जाम्पल दे सकते हो, which describes political and moral philosophy, और इसका सबसे अच्छा एग्जाम्पल है London 1802, right? So, in this poem, Wordsworth expresses deep concern for the moral decay of society and urges a return to virtue like duty, humility, and simplicity, right? So, poetry here becomes ethical and civic philosophy. यहाँ पर आप पोइट्री को एज अ मॉरल एंडेवर भी देख सकते हैं. Words in his poetries in his poetry, Wordsworth insists that poetry should be express universal human truths and that the poet is man speaking to men. So his language, though simple, is always aimed at elevating thought and guiding the soul. So indeed, for Wordsworth, Poetry is not emotional but deeply contemplative. It acts as a vehicle to explore truth, morality, suffering, and joy, making it profound, philosophical in essence. So यहाँ पर अगर आप ये सब चीज़ें अपने आंसर में लिखते हैं, then it will become the emotional and reflective, philosophical in a balanced way, right? And with that, we wrap up today's session on answer writing strategies for William Wordsworth's poem. So remember, it's not just about what you write, but how well you structure, you support, and sustain your argument with textual evidence and insight. So UPSC values the depth, clarity, and interpretation. Don't forget that. So that's all about for today. Uh, and that brings us to the end of today's session where we explored effective strategies of tackling UPSC previous year questions based on this topic. I hope the detailed analysis and structured approaches help you to frame impactful, well argued answers with confidence and clarity. From tomorrow, because अब ये जो है टॉपिक वर्ड्स वर्ड्स का यहीं पर फिनिश होता है, so from tomorrow onwards we begin a new poetic journey with the work of Alfred Lord Tennyson. He is another key figure in UPSC English Literature syllabus. So make sure to join the class on time. If you found today's class useful, do like the video, share it with your friends and fellow aspirants, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update on our upcoming literary discussion and strategies. See you in the next class. Stay curious, stay inspired. Thank you.